Playoff hopes are on the line at Southwest University Park as El Paso Locomotive FC hosts Rhode Island FC, with much at stake for both sides and their postseason aspirations. Hello, everybody. Duke Keith here at Southwest University Park. Thank you for joining us. Locomotive FC is in a bit of a slump. Their Eastern Conference heavy September has not been kind to them so far. Locomotive has lost 3 matches consecutively to 3 of the top 4 teams in the Eastern Conference, and it's got to change if Locomotive wants to make things happen in their playoff push. When we last left Locomotive, it was right here at Southwest University Park, and things went south early against Charleston Battery. 5th-minute penalty forced El Paso to chase for the rest of the match, and despite holding more possession and creating more shots, only 2 were on target. They struggled to find their finishing boots. Jamali Waite was a bright spot for Locomotive FC, but they will need to see more from their outfield players in order to get back on track. Saturday's loss dropped El Paso to 6th place in the Western Conference as things remain incredibly tight around them. Their ability to climb the table is diminished tonight, but a result is needed to help them to keep them from sliding further. 3 matches in 9 days against teams who are 8th or worse in their respective conferences. This stretch could very well determine how Locomotive season will be defined with a tough slate to end the season. Since scoring 6 goals at home against Las Vegas in August, goals have been much harder to come by for Locomotive. Only 1 on 9 shots on target in September. It's been a point of concern for Wilmer Cabrera's side as they're in search for that final touch in the attack. The club will rely on Christian Sorto and Andy Cabrera, who started the first match last week in over a month, to find their rhythm again and get the offense rolling. Los Locos will face a tough task in reigniting their attack, facing a Rhode Island side which has recorded 7 shutouts, 7 clean sheets in their last 9 matchups across all competitions. The visitors will have no issue sitting back and waiting on the counter, as their defense boasts the 3rd fewest goals allowed in the championship. The flip side is that the offense has scored the fewest goals in the league. So Locomotive should control the pace and the flow of the match. Finishing will be key. Can El Paso snap their current skid and get back into the win column here at Southwest University Park? Or will Rhode Island continue their climb in the Eastern Conference standings? It's USL Championship Soccer, and it's coming up next.
Labor Day is right around the corner, and Fun Country RV is celebrating all month long. Find huge discounts this month on boats and RVs. Fun Country RV has a huge selection of boats like Landau, G3, and Viaggio. Fun Country RV is the largest parts dealer in the Southwest. Check out our parts and service department for all your boat or RV needs. Take the Anthony Exit Zero to Fun Country RV or find us online at funcountryrvs.com.
Everyone needs a moment to recharge. A quiet pause, a warm cup of coffee, a breath before the road calls again. At Arribas Enterprises, we understand how important it is to take care of those who keep the world moving. That's why we support our drivers every mile of the way. Take a break, recharge, keep moving forward. With us, you are never driving alone. Now hiring experienced CDL drivers. Apply today at ArribasEnterprisesInc.com or call us now, 915-881-4024.
Get ready for a night of non-stop action at Vado Speedway Park. Feel the adrenaline as drivers push their limits, battling for the top spot on our fast and challenging track. Whether you're cheering from the stands or enjoying the great food and drinks, there's excitement around every corner. Bring the whole family and experience the energy of live racing. Gates open at 5 and the green flag drops at 7:30. Don't miss out. Grab your tickets today at VadoSpeedwayPark.com. That's VadoSpeedwayPark.com. We'll race you here.
Welcome to downtown El Paso. So much for the Sun City. We've got a cloud bank moving in. Rain is possibly expected tonight on this Friday night edition of USL Championship Soccer here from El Paso. Duke Keith with you as we take a look at the starting lineups. First for Locomotive FC in a 4-4-2 diamond as Wilmer Cabrera tries to unlock some offense for Locomotive with Christian Sorto and Andy Cabrera up top. Gabi Torres kind of in that playmaking role. Frank DeRoma, Eric Calvillo, both a little more forward. Coronado playing the 6. For Rhode Island FC, they are without Maxi Rodriguez, one of their leading goal scorers. The leading goal scorers for Rhode Island both have 3 goals. That's along with J.J. Williams, who does start up top, but the man to keep an eye on is the man in the back, Coque Vegas. 29 USL Championship clean sheets in his USL career with San Diego and Rhode Island. The Spaniard, 18 for Rhode Island FC since coming over. This team did not have the best of regular seasons to start their existence in 2024, but made it in their very first season all the way to the championship match before losing to Colorado Springs Switchbacks in the altitude. From sea level to Colorado Springs is a stretch, and I think that possibly wore on Rhode Island as that match wore on, but certainly impressive in getting there, and they're kind of in a similar situation as we begin things here from El Paso, Texas. Happy you could join us on a Friday evening. You'll see if Locomotive can bust out of that 3-game losing slump. It's going to be a tall order of business for Locomotive FC. One of the things they've just got to do is find the offense. And, of course, without Palermo Ortiz, we'll see for how long. We're not exactly sure how long that's going to go, but we are underway from Southwest University Park as Rhode Island FC, finalists and Eastern Conference champions, taking on El Paso Locomotive FC. And there is the man, Coque Vegas. 5 years of La Liga experience before coming to America. And an absolute force for San Diego FC, as he has been for Rhode Island since moving from the West Coast to the East Coast. Here is Locomotive. Gabi Torres quickly out to Sorto. Out of that left side, Ruiz. Back to Jamali Waite. Certainly Rhode Island in that 4-4-2, probably content to sit back. This is a team, as we pointed out, with among the fewest goals allowed in the league. Clean sheets for Coque Vegas. They will be patient. Rhode Island coming in with a record of 8-11-7, but the last month has been better. 3 wins in their last 5, including 2 in a row. Another very Rhode Island kind of win, 1-0 against the Miami FC. As they probe the back, Kofi Chumasi trying to handle things. Rhode Island will win that ball. It's excellent work by J.J. Williams, among those leading scorers with 3 goals. And there is Wilmer Cabrera. His first full season with the club since coming over in the middle of the 2024 campaign. Of course, Locomotive stopped the bleeding a little bit defensively, but just could not score goals. They are undergoing a similar dry patch in terms of being able to put the ball in the back of the net. Rhode Island with the throw-in. It's a long one, but straight to Jamali Waite, and the quick outlet up the middle to Sorto. He's on. Christian Sorto on the breakaway has to pull up. Good cover and decides to roll one. That's a shot on target, but it's easy enough for Coque Vegas. Sorto decided to pull the trigger. I don't think that wound up the way he wanted it to, but he is in to create shots. Decides to use the defenders as a bit of a screen, but Coque Vegas not fooled. Back comes Rhode Island, rolling it up. That's the offside flag up on Noah Fuson. The Californian just a touch behind that back line. With Ortiz out, Tony Alfaro, MLS Cup champion with Seattle, will anchor the back line. Eric Calvillo wears the captain's armband. That's another great long ball out of the back. Too long, though, for Sorto. Easily handled by Vegas. Good vision by Frank DeRoma. Couldn't pull off the touch. But Rhode Island currently sitting 6th, or rather 8th in the Eastern Conference. That is just over the playoff line in the 11. 2 points in back. In 9th position, Detroit City just ahead of them with 32 points. So every point extra critical for Rhode Island FC if they want to make the playoffs. That was all they needed last year. storming into the championship match, beating Charleston Battery to become Eastern Conference champions in their very first season of play. For Locomotive, it's a little more convoluted. 33 points puts them 6th in the Western Conference. There's another ball out of the back. Andy Cabrera sprinting to get there, but good screen and asking for a foul on Cabrera. Here's Rhode Island's Frank Nodarce. The Cuban. Certainly a tall customer there at left back. Good pressure here by Locomotive. Nodarce. Into the middle. Almost misplayed by Quizera. And that is a foul as Robert Coronado draws the contact, goes down, and wins a free kick. So we take a look at this one again. That's a challenge. Locomotive on the restart will send it off to the left wing and try to pop one in for Cabrera. Well seen by Carifa Yao. The Canadian sent back in, out of the back. Good cover by Vegas. Not quite on target for Memo Diaz. Sorto, Locomotive sorting things out nicely. Sorto up top, laid back. Calvillo, DeRoma. Very tight lines, you could tell, Rhode Island. Ready to hit Locomotive on the counter, and they have had their troubles with counter-attacking soccer at different points of the season. Certainly Rhode Island will take their time. Chumasi, that's played up to Cabrera. Keeps his seat on the ground, play on. Our referee tonight, Joshua Encarnacion, Tiffany Turpin, Jacobo Zuniga are the assistants. And Cuauhtemoc Delgadillo is our 4th, and that is a foul. Couple of extracurriculars from Zachary Heriveau. Locomotive electing to play their restarts off to the left. Reis, Torres. The Brazilian playmaker, Sorto, DeRoma. Wants to line up that ball out of the back. It's Calvillo, the shot parried away by Vegas. That's exactly what Locomotive wanted, and it was a good one. Thumbs up from Calvillo as Coque Vegas there to cover. Beautiful ball by DeRoma, and flashing out of the midfield, Eric Calvillo. The captain. 2 shots on goal for Locomotive as they continue to play in the Rhode Island half. Coronado will swing it around for Chumasi. Locomotive will try to try to unpack the back a little bit. Chumasi over the top. Memo Diaz trying to get on it, but again, well covered. And an easy roll back to Vegas from Nodarce. Let's take a look at our Team Casa keys to the match. Creating positive opportunities. We've seen this a little bit in the early going for Locomotive FC. Creating chances in the attack as of late, but they've missed that final pass. Have just been unable to make something stick to get that final shot on target and dictate the flow. Both teams rank in the top 5 in possession. Whichever team can control the pace of the match should be in line to get a result. So far, that's been Locomotive. Rhode Island, though, content to play without the ball. They're fine with that. And recover quickly. Much of the defensive struggles for Locomotive this season have come when teams turn them over and break quickly into the attack on the counter. That is certainly the way Rhode Island appears to be ready to go. And that's going to be another foul. This one on Quizera. native of West Jordan, Utah. Jojea Quizera. Eighth notch, as always, providing the beat. Here at Southwest University Park, here's Reese. Reese splits the line, flag stays down, it doesn't matter. It'll be a Locomotive throw. So apparently not onside off Sorto. Chumasi. Alfaro to the middle and Calvillo. Turned over. Here comes Fuson. Quizera. And back to Nodarse. Up and forward, good challenge. Coronado settling things down. Chumasi. Locomotive wanting to work it to the left and find Sorto, which they do. Flag is up. Beautiful cross, but a step, just a step ahead of that back line. Flag goes up this time on the fleet of foot Christian Sorto. Of course, Kofi Chumasi, one of the center backs for Locomotive, coming to El Paso from Rhode Island. All the way to the championship match last season. I'm sure he knows a number of the players. Good work by Torres to bring it up. On the run, De Roma. Locomotive has looked bright. Can they make something of it? Here's Coronado. Long switch to the Us. Locomotive spreading it around up to Sorto. One of the reasons Sorto is in is because he doesn't mind taking a crack from distance and creating things himself. The other part of it is Beto Avila. We know Beto Avila can produce for Locomotive FC, but it's just been a long dry spell and he's probably a little worn out. He and Amando Moreno on the bench tonight, and they have been asked to do an awful lot of running over these last few weeks. Christian Sorto, fresher legs. Andy Cabrera, of course, getting the nod. Wonderful to see him back in the starting lineup after missing mostly a month, straining a hamstring versus the Miami FC. Torres from the right this time. That's deflected. Good work in the back. Herivo gets a piece of Torres' cross. And Rhode Island will head back to their stalwart keeper. The man from Antequera. Flag is up again. Out of the back for Cabrera. No one's contesting it. Jacobo Zuniga, the assistant referee on Locomotive's attacking end. Coque Vegas worked his way up from Español's B side. Started in the third division, Tercera División, with his hometown side of Antequera. As Rhode Island wins the ball here, worked his way up to Español B or B. Levante B, and then Levante with the first squad where he helped them win promotion to La Liga from Segunda División in 2017. 5 seasons with Levante in La Liga before he was loaned out to Alcoyano, Deportivo La Coruña, Mallorca, and then to San Diego Loyal in 2022. It's a long cross that's solid under the circumstances for Memo Diaz, trying to head it forward for Cabrera. It stays in play, only just. Off to the left-hand side. Quizera. No darse. Of course, Rhode Island opening up its new stadium this season. Very well received. They're in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And that's going to be a foul on Coronado. On Herivo. Quizera. Had the decisive goal from the spot in that 1-0 win over the Miami FC. It's his first of the season. Good bounce here, Herivo. Quizera. Good hard cross headed out firmly. Alfaro gets down for that. Locomotive. Good pressure here by Rhode Island. Pressure when they can. Andy Cabrera, excellent switch to Torres. Acres of space for the Brazilian. Torres will try a long crack. Coque Vegas all over that. Might have been a cross, maybe waiting for somebody to make a run. I can't think he was trying to shoot from there. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on TUDN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Good sidestep, Cabrera wiggles his way out of pressure. Sorto goes down. We play on. That draws some whistles. Clay Holstad. And that's a foul on Ricky Reis. Joe Brito, Connecticut native. Crunching challenge by Ibarra. Physical challenge by Reis. But that is whistled for the contact on Reis, and a foul. Free kick coming up. Christian Sorto making his case. To Joshua Encarnacion. Long outlet, too long. Quizera not able to run underneath that. Throw in. Memo Diaz. Alvaro Quesada working his way back into shape, and we understand he is close, but Memo Diaz, one of the more prolific. Oh, that's a nice ball. Fuson. Chumasi, his old teammate, trying to make a challenge out of nothing. That's a shot easily handled by Locomotive's Jamaican international Jamali Waite. Tangle in the back as that comes all the way up. The foul is on Sorto on the free restart here for Hugo Bacharach. Locomotive almost gets a hold of that. As a matter of fact, they do. The yes. Chumasi. Fuson showed up on the left side of the 18 to take a crack. Not much behind it. That's a great give and go. DeRoma. Goodness gracious, the handles. Over the top. Gabi Torres. Shot, and it's deflected again. Coque Vegas. Whatever they're paying him, it's not enough. Two big saves. And a wonderful ball out of the middle from Calvillo out to Torres. Just a little dink over the top of two defenders. And Torres, a stinging shot. But the Spaniard puts it over the byline. First corner kick of the night coming for Locomotive. Calvillo and Reese, if they want to play it short, standing next to the captain. All-time appearance leader for Locomotive FC. He's saying that Rhode Island needs to stand a little further back. A little encroachment. Clay Holstad chipping his way forward. They will play it short. Outswinger. Reese comes to the far side. Cabrera trying to sort it out. That's a lot of white jerseys. A lot of white kits. Cabrera trying to line up a shot. Just too much in front of him. That's played forward. Torres wanted Sorto to make a run, which he did not. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big league, Select there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Good cross again, Quizera. Outside of the boot. Puts it in, trying to line one up as Fuson. As it was for Cabrera, it is for Fuson. Lots of dark blue jerseys around to chase him out. Fuson will bring it back to Nodarce. Fuson, in it comes, gobbled up by Jamali Waite. Waite with a couple of clean sheets in for Andre Blake as the netminder for the Jamaican national team. 2 clean sheets and now at the top of Group B in World Cup qualifying. On the verge of some spectacular personal accolades and team accolades, really, for the Reggae Boys, but certainly for Jamali Waite, appearing in next year's World Cup would be the honor of a lifetime. Alfaro and Chimasi, the former RIFC man. DeRoma, little give and go. Locomotive trying to patiently unlock that door. But compressed right in the middle of the pitch. You can clearly see Rhode Island in that 4-4-2. Sorto the back heel for no one. Over the top. It's going to get there. A little too far as they try to pass it to Harivo. Too far ahead, and Chimasi chops it out for a throw. Cano Smith, the head coach and general manager of this Rhode Island squad. More and more these days you see those roles, whether that's general manager, director of soccer. That's going to be a foul on Locomotive. Free kick coming up for Rhode Island. So a free kick coming from a dangerous spot. I was about to say, though, those roles, head coach, general manager, director of soccer, however you want to put it, technical director, usually separated, but get to the championship game in your first season ever, they'll go with what they have. And certainly, Jojea Quizera back along with Noah Fuson. Pretty close to the touchline, but still. In swinger, out swinger. Quizera with the left, Fuson with the right. Quizera with the left. Hammers that one over the byline. Well off target. As we hit the 25th minute here in El Paso. Free kick coming. Or the restart, I should say. From Jamali Waite. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Rhode Island turns the ball, turns Locomotive over. And a good job by Alfaro to not only make sure that ball got cleared out, but put it way up the pitch, as there we see Wilmer Cabrera. Recently celebrated a birthday. Trying to shore things up for his Locomotive side, which was riding near the top of the Western Conference standings through the first half of the season or so. Locomotive has really dropped down. It says something, though, about the tightness of the Western Conference that Locomotive has lost 3 in a row, yet remains 6th. 2 spots out of a home playoff berth in the first round. Good sidestep, Quizera. Rhode Island playing with a little more of the ball here. Mark Ibarra. And back to the middle for Yao. Native of Montreal. Into the middle. Ibarra over the top. Comes straight to the us. Plays a simple ball. Locomotive rolling that one out of the back, and Coronado wanted somebody to be making a run, which did not happen. Put it into a spot. Nobody ran into that spot in dark blue and desert yellow, desert gold. There's Sorto. Flag goes up for the foul as he takes down Khalifa Yao. Desperate to make something happen, Christian Sorto. We've seen the danger off of that boot, and he can shoot pretty well with either one. Either foot. Heriveau. Quizera. Long cross into the box. That's headed out. Alfaro clears the danger. Rhode Island trying to settle. Well done, Frank DeRoma. Season opening. Moving left now to Torres. Reese. And Alfaro. Reese and Alfaro. In the middle of the 28th minute. Alfaro, that's a long switch. It's going to get there. Cabrera. Overlap, Calvillo. The overlap is from Diaz, who has it right wing. The long cross, overcooked. So let's crunch the numbers with Beasley, Mitchell and company. The number tonight is 200. Jamali Waite reaching 200 career USL regular season saves earlier this month. That is kind of your good news, bad news situation for any keeper. You love to not have to make those saves, but it's wonderful that you have a keeper as capable as Jamali Waite to make them if needed. 200 in a career, though. Riverhounds and here in El Paso. Good step by Fuson, cutting right, rolls it up. The shot is off target. Just a touch wide, but a dangerous opportunity. Joe Brito. Well, if Brito had been able to steer it on frame, the step in and the shot and the score. Oh, misplayed Jamali Waite. Rolled up and Heriveau deposits it. Another mistake at the back has cost Locomotive And as we hit the 30th minute, at the latter stages of the 29th, it is disaster at the back again for El Paso. Just missed time. Jamali Waite, simple pass up, but Coronado stepping to him is Zachary Harivo. And the Massachusetts native gives Rhode Island the lead out of nothing. And if you thought Rhode Island was going to sit back before, no need to put your pedal to the metal if you're Rhode Island, unless those opportunities present themselves, which they certainly did. Zachary Harivo and Wilmer Cabrera just at a loss. Honestly, I think that's one Jamali Waite would like to have back. That's cut out, Chamasi. Not much Coronado could do. The pass wasn't at his feet yet. Harivo recognizing that he could step in and shake it up, and he certainly did. Harivo with his second of the season. Ties him with Dequa, Fuson, and Holstad for Rhode Island. Nobody again has scored more than 3. J.J. Williams and Maxi Rodriguez, who is not on the roster tonight, each have 3. But Harivo with the one that count as Rhode Island again turns Locomotive over in the middle of the pitch. Locomotive needing to find some offensive answers. It's over the top. Alfaro. Just a simple ball, but too slow to get to Coronado, and Harivo makes Locomotive pay. That's a good run out of the back by Holstad to keep it away from the dangerous feet of Gabi Torres. Played forward. Good angle here. Alfaro will escort it out, trying to get a touch off a Rhode Island player. That will be a throw-in for Rhode Island FC. As the tangle with J.J. Williams puts him onto the turf, running into the scoreboards. There are the display boards out on the touchline, and Williams is yet to get back up. Ooh, that was a little bit out. Right in front of the assistant referee, though. And J.J. Williams shaking things off. Pleased to welcome in Locomotive's general manager for business affairs.
Technical operations.
Technical operations. One of these days I'm going to get that title exactly right. It's an extremely specific title.
It is very lengthy and very specific.
Yes.
And very unspecific at the same time.
That's a long throw in. That will be a foul in the box on Rhode Island. A free kick coming for Locomotive. Andrew Forrest joining us and you, and hopefully you're the good luck charm you've been before. Locomotive needing goals.
We need it. We need something.
Yeah, offensively it's just been very, very hard to come by. Wonderful to have you here. Kicking Cancer Night tonight at Southwest University Park, and I know you've had a number of inspiring stories that Locomotive has shared via social media. That includes our own technical director, Ray Sari.
Yeah, absolutely. It's unfortunately something that touches a lot of different people, and doesn't matter. Doesn't care who you are, where you are. And it's a lot of different forms and can be super nasty, obviously. And to see some survivors and have them share their stories is inspiring, and an opportunity to recognize that and give that platform of inspiration, I think, is paramount.
That's a final warning for Hugo Bacharach. The referee making sure he knows. One more, and it's into the book. The takedown of Torres. Locomotive electing to play it back and around to the other side. But wonderful opportunity to share those stories, and a lot of inspiration around the Sun City with people who've dealt with that, as you point out, very dangerous disease, but in the many forms that it takes.
Yeah, I think those stories tell, the resiliency, and nobody's bitter. Nobody seems mad. No, people are dealing the hand, and they're rising above, and they're kicking back, so we say, and there's some great stories, and I've been able to talk to a few throughout the week and here at the game, and some really inspiring things.
And of course, next Wednesday, if we've had days ball, I guess this would be days ball.
Yes.
Right, with the emphasis on the last syllable.
Well, people have been asking me for this for years and years and years and years, and it's finally here. The day baseball games are extremely popular. They get, I don't know, maybe 4 to 6 per year, I believe, and they're extremely popular for both adults and kids. And this is going to be our version of that. We wanted to try it. People have been asking for it, and it seemed like a great idea. And the weather's starting to get to the point where it's going to be beautiful, we think. So we're excited to put this game on and see how it goes. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, look into it. As Ozzy, I believe, put a sick pass that he'll excuse you from work or school if
Print
you
it
need
out.
to.
Let's go.
And we'll have your Dr. Ozzy note.
Dr. Ozzy note. That's at high noon, Wednesday, October the 1st. So this next week, make your plans. Make sure that the folks at work know where you are. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe you don't want to let them know. But make your plans to be here.
I think we've seen too many videos of people getting caught places they're not supposed to be. So,
indeed,
be careful. Be careful out there.
Right, the cameras are everywhere.
They are everywhere. Don't end up on FitFam or anywhere you're not supposed to be.
Exactly. That place has a life of its own, doesn't it?
Oh, it's a wild world.
It is a wild world indeed. Yeah, a little bit extra after the play. Calvillo whistle for the foul, the restart here for Rhode Island. So, Locomotive in need of a goal, in need of offense, and it's just been hard to come by. But you know, these are players who can put the ball in the back of the net. Do you think it's a matter of confidence?
It's hard to say because it could be one of a number of different things. And I think Coach has a good strategy here. Armando not starting, that gives you something off the bench. You got to believe that we'll see him. Give some guys some opportunity. Obviously, with Andy coming back, it gives us another attacking option. And I mean, this is a good team on the field for us. Some different players getting some opportunities. Rob Coronado getting a start. Tony Alfaro getting a start. But those are capable players. The depth has been what's been different this year, and we need to lean into it, and Wilmer certainly has, and I think it's a great decision, and we've just got to minimize the mistakes and capitalize on the opportunities. It sounds trite, but it's the way to go, and that's got to be a foul.
That is a foul indeed, and that is yellow card time. One more foul on Bacharach. He commits it and goes into the book here in minute 37. Locomotive with...
That's a large guy. I was down on the field. He is a big man.
He is.
But he's looked a little clumsy. He's looked a little clumsy with some of these challenges.
Well,
and
Gabi Torres will make you look clumsy.
That is true. Gabi Torres is not a guy I would want to face one-on-one either. Even on my best day, and that was long ago.
Torres here with Eric Calvillo and Ricky Reis. The dangerous free kick, almost a corner. Kind of a hard angle to solve if you wanted to go direct, which I doubt either does.
These are tough for us. We're not the tallest team out there, so let's see if we can be crafty.
Calvillo will go up top for Sorto. That's who they wanted. Sorto lining one up. It's deflected out. Lots of white jerseys in front of him.
When you're not as tall, you got to be a little more creative, and I think that was a nice execution.
That was what they wanted.
Yep.
Certainly, Sorto can hammer one from the top of the box, provided he has a shooting lane. They'll work it out. Here's Sorto. Dangerous ball in. That's whipped out off the feet of Williams.
That's great for any young players out there to whip the ball on the ground, a worm burner, if you will, not just smash it into the air. That's a great low ball. Anything can happen. Low cross.
Cabrera trying to sidestep and make something of it. It'll be out for a Locomotive throw. El Paso will take this quickly back to Alfaro. Standing at the midfield line. Long cross. Diaz does well to get up for that, but maybe just a little too tall.
And you got to think, this is what we're going to see. If it stays 1-0, we're going to see Rhode Island bunker down a little bit, and there's going to be a lot of possession for us, but it's going to be hard to shoot through these guys, and there's a lot of them, and they're big.
Of course, Locomotive, as we sprint toward the final part of the regular season, still in the playoff positions, and the hope is you get one of those top 4 spots, and then you have the logistical problem of a home match for the playoffs, which we haven't had around here for a bit.
We have not had, and a problem I would gladly try to help solve. So, it's as you mentioned in pregame and earlier. When this game started, it was 3 points to 9th place, I believe, and 3 points to 4th place or 5th place. So it's one game, 3 points can do you well or do you harm, big time. So we've got to find a way to put the ball in the net and get back into this game.
Well, of course, we have baseball coming up on Wednesday. What else can Locomotive fans look forward to as we finish the regular season? Good cross here. Good idea by Memo Diaz, just a little too far ahead of Sorto.
Yeah, we've got Tulsa, which is our last home game of the year. We've got a fun giveaway there. It's a portable speaker that we think is going to be fun.
That's kind of cool.
I think another thing tonight we have AEW wrestler Bandito in the house. We have an exclusive line. We did a cross promotion with him and AEW, along with Orange County and Pittsburgh Riverhounds. So really excited about that, what that merch line looks like, and really cool to have him in the building and participating in some of the activities pregame. Speaking of large men, Bandito is a large man.
I love the voice. That's going to be another foul. Calvillo whistle for 2 consecutively, and he goes into the book here in the 41st minute. Hugo Bacharach, joined in the book by Eric Calvillo, drew both of those fouls. And a free kick.
This is a dangerous position.
It's dangerous enough. It's far enough off the byline that you might not have somebody go direct, but anywhere to the left or the right, you have to be careful, I guess, how you touch the ball. This appears to be Noah Fuson all by his lonesome here for the restart. As we enter the 42nd minute, Locomotive trying to find a way back. Chipped over the top and knocked out by Alfaro firmly. That'll go over the back line for a corner kick. Fuson again, the Californian. Rhode Island spreads out. Not a whole lot of bodies in the box. So perhaps the short corner, nope. That's a foul on the restart. Locomotive with a free kick. But if you're Locomotive, Andrew, I mean, what are you looking to do here other than obviously score?
I think the energy level needs to come up. There needs to be a sense of urgency. I mean, this is a, I don't know if this is a must win, but if it's not, it sure is about as close as you can get. And the energy level needs to come up, and we've got to show that we want to be here. And Gabby looking like a little fight there, drawing a foul. But I think that's what we're lacking. There's got to be a sense of urgency. There's 5.5 games left if we're almost at halftime here, and every point counts, as I just mentioned. So to drop points here at home to a team that, certainly there's no easy games in this league, but to a team that's scored the least amount of goals in the league, got to think that's not what we're looking for here.
43rd minute, Holstad goes into the book. Gabi Torres held all the way up the pitch.
I think conversely, this team, Rhode Island, has only given up maybe the second least amount of goals in the league, so they do have a stout defense, and they've got a lead, and they've proven over the course of the season, 24, 25 games, that this might be enough for them.
Swung in, that'll come to the head and in for the goal. It's Memo Diaz. Memo Diaz.
A little backflip action, Memo Diaz.
How about that? With the head against the trees of Rhode Island. Out leaps everybody at the edge of the 6 to equalize in the 44th minute.
If that doesn't get us going, I don't know what will. That's an unbelievable header from a guy that's not, some big boys in the back line, and he is not one of them. So that's an unbelievable header.
Just a beautiful ball in. Whipped in, Calvillo, and it's straight to Diaz.
These are the razor-thin margins that you have to have. I mean,
what a ball.
Pin-perfect ball, absolutely.
Memo Diaz flipping out here at Southwest University Park. Locomotive back in business, and not a moment too soon. That is Memo Diaz.
That will kick the energy level up for both teams, and we are going to be in for quite the second half, although we are not done with this one.
Not at all. All about 5'8" of him, out-jumping Frank Nodarce.
I wasn't going to give his height away, but it's going to give him the benefit of a doubt. But that's a lot of athleticism.
Indeed, but here comes Rhode Island. Fuson. Up top, the man who scored the goal, Haribo.
Handball.
It's a handball. It's not whistled. It's cleared. And Andy Cabrera is going to be whistled for a foul. First career goal for Locomotives, Memo Diaz in an El Paso uniform.
Gadsden's finest, local
Gadsden's
boy.
That's right. New Mexico Player of the Year in his high school days.
I believe.
We're hearing 2 minutes of stoppage time.
UNLV product.
That's
Second
right.
stint with
Rebels.
us. Just an absolute professional. Didn't get that much time in his first go-round here. There were a lot of really good players in front of him, but never complained, never moaned and groaned, just worked and got his opportunity in Oakland, took advantage of it there, and now he's back here taking advantage of it at Southwest University Park.
All-time assists leader for the Roots organization even today.
Wow.
It is first assist of the season for Eric Calvillo as well. Just a beautiful ball in by the captain.
That's got to be a foul.
Andy Cabrera earning the contact from Carifa Yao and the restart.
It's a nice piece of Andy can add that hold-up play to his game. That makes him even more dynamic as potentially a hold-up forward.
Which is incredible because you want to talk about a guy with not the biggest body, the biggest frame, but whatever you need him to do, he does.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Gumby, the way he kind of just
contorts
wriggles
himself,
out and contorts himself out of situations.
Well, Duke, we've been here for a long time together, and we have never once had the biggest team in this league.
Never.
We are usually a team of smaller, shorter guys, but there are advantages there as well.
Well, your good luck string continues. Look at you, man.
Well, whatever it takes. Doing my part from the booth, and hopefully, like Ray has done in the past, he can come in the second half, and we can find another. You guys can find another one together.
That's right. We'll be speaking with Locomotive Technical Director Ray Sari in the second half. Kicking Cancer Night, Andrew, as always, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here in the booth with us.
No, it's fantastic, and we'll look forward to a really, really entertaining second half, and one that hopefully Locomotive can take advantage of.
Good luck charm continues. Andrew Forrest with us and with you. Here's DeRoma. Final seconds of the first half. Deep into the second minutes of stoppage time. That pass is off target. Locomotive will let it roll out. Joe Brito trying to take that, and on the throw in, that is the halftime whistle. Locomotive has fought their way back to a 1-1 tie draw here at Southwest University Park. Rhode Island very upset. Wilmer Cabrera, though, happy to have something positive to chew over in the locker room come halftime. Cano Smith with words for the officials as he heads off the pitch, disappointed that his team has let that lead slip away here in El Paso, Texas. One apiece at halftime. We'll have plenty more highlight stats, a look at the standings, news and notes from around the league as we continue from El Paso, Texas.
New car anywhere. What makes Casa different? The trust we've earned along the way. 55 years later, we're still growing bigger to serve you better. Now with 16 trusted brands. From everyday value to luxury and performance, with thousands to choose from all under one roof. And with our Casa Advantage, you get peace of mind with lifetime powertrain protection, free home delivery, and Casa's 7-day return policy. Bigger brands, better value, and the name you can trust. Casa, the home of the nice guys. Yeah!
Labor Day is right around the corner, and Fun Country RV is celebrating all month long. Find huge discounts this month on boats and RVs. Fun Country RV has a huge selection of boats like Landau, G3, and Viaggio. Fun Country RV is the largest parts dealer in the Southwest. Check out our parts and service department for all your boat or RV needs. Take the Anthony Exit Zero to Fun Country RV or find us online at funcountryrvs.com.
Get ready for for a night of non-stop action at Paso Speedway Park. Feel the adrenaline as drivers push their limits, battling for the top spot on our fast and challenging track. Whether you're cheering from the stands or enjoying the great food and drinks, there's excitement around every corner. Bring the whole family and experience the energy of live racing. Gates open at 5 and the green flag drops at 7:30. Don't miss out. Grab your tickets today at VotospeedwayPark.com. That's VotospeedwayPark.com. We'll race you here.
With more traffic back on El Paso highways, the potential for serious accidents is back too.
The insurance company's giving you the runaround? That's old news. What's real news is a lawyer who's got your back. I was born in El Paso, and I've been on the side for injured El Pasoans for over 20 years. I'm attorney Alexandria Zant. Call me today, and I'll give you the real scoop about your case.
Zant Law Firm, 799-0993. Or find us online at zantlawfirm.com.
It all started with one couple's vision to farm pistachios in the desert. 50 years later, that dream lives on in heart of the desert, New Mexico's first and largest pistachio grove. The farm's success also fuels the dreams of other New Mexico entrepreneurs. Small batch bakers and ice cream and candy makers create delicious goodies from the farm's pistachios. A local winemaker produces quality wine from the farm's grapes. Heart of the Desert Pistachio and Wine. You can taste the tradition. Locations in Alamogordo, Mesilla, and Las Cruces.
Followed by Lexington SC here or on the road, rather in Kentucky. Another road match, October the 18th versus Tulsa.
Hartford Athletic gets to the Jägermeister Cup final. Sacramento sweep the penalties. Sac Republic make another indomitable run to a cup final. Bet on me. Tell them that's like it.
Wait, come back! Wait, come back, I need more help. went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Get double points this fall at Best Western.
Among finds the corner. He ties it up.
Line through Cicerone. What a banger. Oh, good night.
It's great to win against an MLS team, but we'll do that any Wednesday, any Saturday.
It's our house. No one comes into our house and beats us.
If you're against us, it's not going to be good for you. But if you're with us, it's the greatest day you ever had.
The Kings of Chaos strike again.
They create such a loud environment, flags waving, chants.
When the team plays, it's like we're going to the battle with them.
It's always sort of that New Mexico underdog story just waiting to happen.
Start pinpoint Memo Diaz out jumping the much taller Frank Nodarse to head this one into the far corner and celebrates with style. Memo Diaz is fired up. Sticks the landing. That's a full 10 from the judges. The goal and the celebration and the pass, quite frankly, off the restart Calvillo. Just a beautiful cross, and so well done by the former New Mexico High School Player of the Year for the mighty Gadsden Panthers. They are celebrating up in the valley. El Paso celebrating here at home, 1-1 at the break. Back with a look at stats, highlights, and more coming up in just a bit.
Get ready for a night of non-stop action at Paso Speedway Park. Feel the adrenaline as drivers push their limits, battling for the top spot on our fast and challenging track. Whether you're cheering from the stands or enjoying the great food and drinks, there's excitement around every corner. Bring the whole family and experience the energy of live racing. Gates open at 5 and the green flag drops at 7:30. Don't miss out. Grab your tickets today at VotospeedwayPark.com. That's VotospeedwayPark.com. We'll race you here.
A mailbox with Pack and Ship Express gives you a real street address and the ability to receive packages from all carriers, not just the post office. Protect yourself against identity theft and protect your home address. No more porch pirates, no more missed deliveries, and you'll get email and text notifications when you receive a package. We have personal, business, and corporate mailboxes to meet your needs, plus 24-hour access. It's all at Pack and Ship Express, 6112 North Mesa in the Thunderbird Shopping Center.
With more traffic back on El Paso highways, the potential for serious accidents is back too.
Insurance companies giving you the runaround? That's old news. What's real news is a lawyer who's got your back. I was born in El Paso, and I've been on the side for injured El Pasoans for over 20 years. I'm attorney Alexandria Zant. Call me today, and I'll give you the real scoop about your case.
Zant Law Firm, 799-0993. Or find us online at zantlawfirm.com.
You can buy a new car anywhere. What makes Casa different? The trust we've earned along the way. 55 years later, we're still growing bigger to serve you better. Now with 16 trusted brands. From everyday value to luxury and performance, with thousands to choose from, all under one roof. And with our Casa Advantage, you get peace of mind with lifetime powertrain protection, free home delivery, and Casa's 7-day return policy. Bigger brands, better value, and the name you can trust. Casa, the home of the nice guys. Yeah!
Welcome back as we look out over the big doghouse here at Southwest University Park into downtown El Paso. Locomotive FC has fought their way back to a 1-1 draw so far with Rhode Island through the first half of play. Locomotive, as we take a look at the halftime statistics, more shots on target. Coque Vegas has, he's full value, man. That dude has made some amazing stops already in the possession. 62% for Locomotive, 38% for Rhode Island. That is about what you'd expect. Each team has had one corner, a couple of offside flags on Locomotive, and 2 yellow cards. 4 players in the books, 2 for either side so far. And that's a look at the statistics here tonight through halftime. The statistic that matters, though, there in the lower left-hand side of your screen. 1-1 at the break as Locomotive has fought their way back. We'll come back with highlights and get ready for the second half when we return after this.
A mailbox with Pack and Ship Express gives you a real street address and the ability to receive packages from all carriers, not just the post office. Protect yourself against identity theft and protect your home address. No more porch pirates, no more missed deliveries, and you'll get email and text notifications when you receive a package. We have personal business and corporate mailboxes to meet your needs, plus 24-hour access. It's all at Pack and Ship Express, 6112 North Mesa in the Thunderbird Shopping Center. Labor Day is right around the corner, and Fun Country RV is celebrating all month long. Find huge discounts this month on boats and RVs. Fun Country RV has a huge selection of boats like Landau, G3, and Viaggio. Fun Country RV is the largest parts dealer in the Southwest. Check out our parts and service department for all your boat or RV needs. Take the Anthony Exit Zero to Fun Country RV or find us online at funcountryrvs.com.
It all started with one couple's vision to farm pistachios in the desert. 50 years later, that dream lives on in heart of the desert, New Mexico's first and largest pistachio grove. The farm's success also fuels the dreams of other New Mexico entrepreneurs. Small batch bakers and ice cream and candy makers create delicious goodies from the farm's pistachios. A local winemaker produces quality wine from the farm's grapes. Heart of the Desert Pistachio and Wine. You can taste the tradition. Locations in Alamogordo, Mesilla, and Las Cruces.
Ricky Ruiz, Tony Alfaro, as Locomotive works its way toward the north in this second half of play. Locomotive does have a victory this season when they've trailed. That was against Las Vegas, and of course, we all know how that one wound up. As Locomotive did get the win, that is a foul. Fuson. Locomotive, though, just one win in 12 matches when they have given up the lead. 1-7-4. So 4 draws for Locomotive and a victory, but 7 losses. It is hard. The first goals are so important, and Locomotive They were in the opening 15 minutes, had done so very well through the first parts of the season. That early scoring has certainly dried up as Calvillo earns the foul. Noah Fuson whistled. Locomotive going into a 4-4-2 diamond, pushing DeRoma and Calvillo up a little further. Although Locomotive's goal has come off of a restart, it's certainly been effective. Good ball out of the back. Flag is up, though, on Andy Cabrera. Great thought by Alfaro. But Cabrera starting a step ahead of that Rhode Island back line. So, no 19th clean sheet for Coque Vegas. No 5th clean sheet this season for Jamali Wade, and we should say 19th clean sheet over 2 seasons with Rhode Island FC for the RIFC netminder. Revo back in the will play to the Spaniard. Rhode Island FC's 24 conceded goals, now 25. That was 3rd fewest in the league behind Louisville City and Sacramento, who both lead with 19. That's given up. A bad pass, Rhode Island. That's scooted toward the far post, and that is out off of Chamasi. Corner kick coming up. Good work by J.J. Williams, again pacing Rhode Island with 3 goals this season, which ties in with Maxi Rodriguez, who's not available tonight. And here once again for the restart, Georgia Quizera. Fuson back if they want to play it short. Whistles from our referee tonight, Joshua Encarnacion. Words for Gabi Torres. And Frank Nodarse, who is not about to give up another goal, I don't think, if he can avoid it. Certainly wants to score one. He'd love that, but that's headed out firmly. Memo Diaz winning another header in the box. That is the offside flag going up along that left wing. Nodarse stepping in, but ahead of the Locomotive back line. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC channel 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk. That includes USL All Access Tuesday nights. Mike Watts and Devin Kerr do such a fine job with that show, keeping track of the league. Plus, live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 in the new Sirius XM app. Ruiz. Torres played forward for Sorto. Has a step, trying to make him pay. Good work by Nodarse. Out it comes to the middle, laid back to Roma from Calvillo. Diaz again. Tried to make that last pass, but it's a good touch by Fuson and lifted away from Andy Cabrera. Locomotive will have a throw. Diaz. Over the top, Cabrera knocks it forward into the box, and that was well worked. Looking for Calvillo, but just not quite on target. And on the counter, here comes Rhode Island. Up it comes, looking for a shot to take down from behind, and that is dangerous. That is going to be Chamasi as he takes down Joe Brito. Our referee, Joshua Encarnacion, all over it, and possibly fortunate to see yellow. They are waving on the training staff for Rhode Island. Was that Reese? who received the yellow card. Indeed it was. Brito stretching it out. And a little shove from the back by Reis as he and Chamasi sandwiched Brito. It'll be a free kick in a very dangerous spot, but Locomotive committing the foul before Brito reached the box. And here in the 52nd minute, Reis very fortunate not to see something a little darker in color. Into the book with a yellow card. As Brito continues to be tended to. Yeah, I think honestly Ricky Reis is very fortunate. I think the fact that Chamasi kind of collided with Brito at the same time might have helped his case out. So we take a look again, and clearly lifting in an arm, and Brito was certainly going to draw the contact, and that might also be a contributing factor. But on the bleeding edge of denial of a goal-scoring opportunity, and Locomotive gives up the free kick just on the counterattack. Cano Smith and his Rhode Island FC. Certainly a very dangerous free kick coming from right at the edge of the 18. We'll see who steps up to take it. Brito. After the foul, gets to stay on the field. I think if play had continued, if they'd had to stop things, he would have had to come off. But he is still there, and it's inside the arc. Maybe 21 yards off the byline and right in the middle. Rhode Island appears to have 3 players standing around the ball. Now they'll peel away. Fuson. And it looks like it's going to be J.J. Williams. Clearly, J.J. Williams is the man to take the free kick. On the restart, over the wall, off the post, off the crossbar. Danger not done, Holstad. That's deflected. DeRoma does so well. Out to Torres. Still the danger not cleared. Torres helps it a little further out. Calvillo, nice touch. Here's Torres. The break is on. Torres surrounded by White's jerseys. Does well to scoot his way out of it. Gabi Torres taken down. No foul called. Calvillo swing and a miss with the last touch. Herivo. Our referee Joshua Encarnacion right there elects to keep from blowing that whistle as Torres drew some contact in the box, still on the quick throw in. Torres trying to leave it off and eventually clear it out. Reis, though, good interception. DeRoma. DeRoma has a go. Oh, my. Swerve that one. Nice little slice. Coque Vegas had to get down and make a stop, and it's out for a Locomotive corner. Here's Torres. You be the judge. That is, I've seen him called for worse or for less than that. DeRoma, though, for his part, getting Vegas to stretch out and having to make the stop. Gabi Torres, that was certainly contact in the box, and if he's taken down and had possession, that's a foul. And if it's a foul in the 18-yard box, it should be a penalty. And Brito apparently is done. Albert Diqua. Chico about ready to take his place. Brito drawing the contact that started all of this. on the other side, but will be subbed out. Dikwa, the Cameroonian, comes on in the 57th minute. Locomotive. Reese and Calvillo. Nope, Calvillo will take it all the way up and in. Chamasi, loose and around. Out to Sorto, has a go, that's deflected. Out off of Dikwa, it'll stay in play. Sorto, Dikwa on the challenge, that'll be a free kick for Locomotive. A little too physical on Sorto. Locomotive finding some opportunities here. That's off of Diaz. And well done to sort that out by Fuson. Locomotive with the throw, but still in the attacking third. Wilmer Cabrera has to like what he sees. Here in the opening 15 minutes of this second half. Chipped forward. Cabrera has a go! Oh, Vegas just stopped it. Elects to go for the near post. The Spaniard puts a stop to the proceedings yet again. He has made 3 incredible saves tonight to keep this one a tie match. Heriveau back to Vegas. Long out of the back. Memo Diaz lines it up. That'll bounce though. Fuson stepping through. Fuson give and go. All the way to the far post and out. My goodness gracious. The give and go with J.J. Williams works a treat, but iron unkind again for Rhode Island. Fuson, quality opportunity. Oh, beautiful ball from Williams. Tucks it by, and it doesn't bounce in, it bounces out, and Locomotive able to clear it away. Goodness gracious. This game has found another gear, much to the delight of the crowd here at Southwest University Park. Again, Fuson, Williams. Nice spinorama. Tries to lay it off. Too many blue jerseys. Alfaro will get that one out. That's kept in play. That's a solid bit of work by Memo Diaz, who says he got that one off of Fuson. Referee does not agree. Rhode Island will take their time here. J.J. Williams for the throw-in. Certainly there for those long throw-ins, and it's another beauty. But as it was in the first half, it is swallowed up by Jamali Wade. Outlet to Reese. Long switch. Lots of open room for Calvillo. Plays it forward, trying to find Cabrera. Heriveau almost beaten to the ball by Calvillo. Able to lift it up and off of Coronado. It'll be out for a throw. Heriveau. Looking for Williams out of the midfield on the left wing. Stepping in for the interception, there's Clay Holstad. Bouncing again now, Fuson, and it comes in the touch home. It's his second goal. J.J. Williams with his 4th of the season. Easy as you please, as Rhode Island able to tuck it in for goal number 2 here in the 61st minute. Ricky Reese having to be separated. Joshua Encarnacion giving him an escort, and Williams is down after scoring. J.J. Williams holding a sensitive area. We'll see how all of this sorts out, what we can find. It's good work to pop that one over. Fuson from Harivo, and J.J. Williams, easy as you please. Tapped home. And was there anything after this? Just a shove. Williams certainly making the most of that. So a stern talking to, and I think Joshua Encarnacion, exactly the right thing to do. Ricky Ruiz on a yellow card, given in the 51st minute, and Encarnacion tells him, keep your hands to yourself. 63rd minute, it is 2-1. The visitors have retaken the lead. As we bring in Locomotive Technical Director Ray Sari, and Ray, we're going to need some more of you and the Andrew Forrest magic, perhaps.
I know we do. We do. I know Andrew did his part earlier, so I need to come in here and make sure we can make it happen.
The last time these guys showed up, I think Locomotive put in 3 goals. You had 2.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good.
2-1.
2-1.
Over Andrew.
That's right. We'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
You're tied now 2 apiece as of the last couple of matches, and wonderful to have you up here. Locomotive finding an answer off the restart. The first goal they've scored in a little bit. Memo Diaz celebrating memorably for Memo with the flips, sticks the landing as well, and his first ever goal for Locomotive FC. Nice ball out of the back here for Cabrera, just a step ahead, and Vegas able to swallow that one up. But Memo Diaz, as Andrew Forrest was saying earlier, never complained when he was not favored on the bench, just did his part, has had his opportunity, and he's certainly made the most of it here tonight.
Absolutely. You know, one of the big reasons that we wanted to bring Memo back was his mentality. Everybody knows that he is a top-class professional, day in and day out, still working to improve. A guy who's been in the league for a long time, proven, still working on his game all the time, always putting in maximum effort as much as he can. You know, and there, unfortunately, he wasn't playing as much at the beginning of the year as he would like, but you know, never put his head down, always kept working, and you know, it's paid off since the Quezada injury. You know, he's been able to come in and do really well.
Fuson with a little contact on Robert Coronado, who earns the foul and the restart here, the free kick for Locomotive here in the 65th minute.
Might be a little out of Sorto shooting range, but you never know with Sorto.
That's the truth. It's a good 35 yards off the back line. But we've seen him deliver a free kick from outside of the area.
Trying to scoot the ball up a little bit more.
That's a professional move as well.
We've all been there.
Yes. Every player. Inch by inch. Every little blade of grass. Christian Sorto can hammer the ball and looks to be attempting one here.
It's a tall wall with Baccarat and Williams,
who will also inch forward piece by piece. The little games everybody plays. Sorto over the wall. The challenge, and it's just wide. Coque Vegas down for that. Didn't have to touch it. Out for a goal kick. Not a bad effort.
Nice to have these guys coming on when you need a goal. Having Armando.
Armando Moreno. And Avila coming on for De Roma.
Both guys have been very productive this year for us.
Indeed.
Nice, you know. If you need a goal, I have those guys coming off the bench. It's a good thing to see.
It is good. And Beto Avila, you feel bad for the guy because it's like he's been snake bit from the early part of the season to now. And, of course, that last goal coming against Union Omaha in Jägermeister Cup play. As we take a look at Sorto's form again, just a little wide. Gets Vegas down, gets the hop, but not on frame. But you just get the feeling that all he needs is one to go in.
You know, we all know how it is with...
There's Jamali Waite getting into it. Yellow card already out as Dikwa.
2 teammates from Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Right, Jamali Waite coming to El Paso from Pittsburgh. Dequa from Riverhounds to Rhode Island. And Dequa picks up the yellow for the initial foul here in the 67th minute. And Memo Diaz shaking off the effects of that. But, yeah, I mean, you get the impression that not just Beto Avila, but really the whole team, all they need is for one to really go in and restart that offense.
Absolutely. You know, we have a lot of attacking prowess this year. Been very good in goals scored in the league. Yeah, you know, we all know how it goes. Strikers go through funks. Hitters in baseball go through funks, and it happens, you know, but the guys have been working. You know, they're all every single day at training, pushing to try to get back into form. But yeah, sometimes you'd be surprised at how much that one can just change your a player's feelings or their form.
Coach Cabrera electing to go with a 4-4-2 diamond today, maybe a little more vertical, just to try and get things started. And Andy Cabrera certainly has shown well tonight. Here's Amando Moreno for his touches of the match. They're at the edge of the 18. Indeed, nice that you can bring him off the bench, trying to chip that one forward.
Very nice.
Rhode Island does well to sort it out. On the counter attack.
Well done,
sliding effort. Memo Diaz keeping it off the dangerous feet of Quezera. You talk about being a professional, and especially, you know, this isn't Major League Soccer, this isn't First Division, this is Second Division. I would imagine at this level and at League One, it might be harder to find focus from guys. Do you find that to be the case sometimes?
When comparing it to MLS, I would say, you know, the professionalism of an MLS player could be more, could be of a higher standard than that you might find in the USL or the USL Championship, more particularly. You know, I look at the guys out on that field that we have right now, and I don't question a single one of their professionalism, their dedication to their craft, their dedication to our group and our team, and making sure that we're where we want to be, and that's in the win column every weekend. But yeah, there is a bit of a difference there, absolutely. But I can say, you know, we've been able to do a good job of bringing guys here that have great mentalities and carry themselves with a very high standard of professionalism.
That's, I think, kind of the point I'm trying to make, is that at this level, it might be something where it's easy for that to fall off a little bit. But then you have guys like Memo Diaz, who spent a lot of time on the bench, comes in, and it's like he's always been on the pitch.
Yeah.
The professionalism is definitely there, and it's a way you have to carry yourself, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it's when you need it the most, you know, when things aren't going your way. That's when professionalism shows the most. You know, it's when things, you know, maybe your coach isn't choosing you, or, you know, the goals aren't going in. You know, maybe you've fallen a little short in the standard that you need to adhere to. And that's when professionalism really needs to take control.
J.J. Williams doesn't think he fouled Eric Calvillo. Calvillo's right. Jaw might have other ideas.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever committed a foul, you know?
No. Never happened. Of course, here on Kicking Cancer Night, it's wonderful to have you in the booth. I know that cancer has been something that's touched your life. How important is it to kind of get that out there, to have nights like this for Locomotive fans to rally around?
Yeah, you know, unfortunately, it was something that I had to deal with in my life. But I'm very happy that I get to share my story with people who have had similar struggles and gone through, you know, similar situations, or maybe not themselves, but know somebody who has.
Certainly, I think every family's been touched by it.
So I hope people hear the story. They see, you know, how much our club prides themselves in, you know, bringing a positive impact to our community in a night like this. No, I'm very happy that we get to have a night like this. You know, the club puts a huge emphasis on, you know, community outreach. What more can we do in the community to better it, to help our people? And Kicking Cancer Night is one of those nights, you know, where we get to do so.
Well, what an example. And if you want to check it out, again, El Paso Locomotive social media with all of the videos, and not just Ray, but so many other stories of Locomotive fans, just people from around the community. Those stories are being told APLocomotivefc.com if you want to see more.
Absolutely.
It's headed out of trouble. Locomotive trying to rally again after falling behind to Rhode Island a second time. Calvillo the outlet. Cabrera trying to play it forward. Coronado does well to get on top of that. That's offside. Armando Moreno a little fired up. As you look at this match, though, what do you think, from your opinion, needs to happen for Locomotive to try and get back in?
Yeah,
That's
obviously,
the ball
I
over
think.
the top.
The obvious to point out is that we need to score another goal. How are we going to do that? Being more aggressive with Memo Diaz, who has great service. Obviously, Gabby, who we can get a lot of goal contributions, who we have gotten a lot of goal contributions from this year. Armando, Beto. Can we get these guys the ball in the box? The goals are scored in the box, more specifically between the posts in the box. So can we get the ball into that area more, by rotating the ball and quick ball possession, but also can we create a couple turnovers, which is typically how things are done in this league, is those goal chances come through transition and creating turnovers.
Well, certainly Rhode Island is going to pack things in. They have a lead. This is the way they've played most of the night already. Good service here. Cabrera from Diaz, that is lifted out of trouble. Good work at the back again by Clay Holstad.
Oof.
And a touch around. Diqua. The cross too far ahead, and it was absolutely trouble. That was a missed opportunity. J.J. Williams from the middle of the field flashing out, but great moves by Diqua to get loose up the left wing.
Yeah, I would expect to see Rhode Island drop their line a bit more, be much more conservative with their pressure. It's very hard on this field to play against. Oh, wow.
That is over the top and
there
in.
It is,
it's an own goal. Look at you.
3-2.
3-2. Wow. Just a mishit ball, and you have to feel for Holstad. Man's put in a shift tonight. Locomotive, though, doesn't mind. They'll take it any way they can get it.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Just like we drew it up.
Out of the back. Service over the top. And Holstad just gets a piece. Coque Vegas well off his line. Couldn't do anything with it. Just watch it sail over. The own goal off of Holstad at the end of the 74th minute makes it a 2-2 match, and now it's anybody's. Out of the back, over the top, Moreno. Will make a move, tries to lift that one in, and it's blasted out. Good work again by Rhode Island to the counter. Up to J.J. Williams from the left-hand side. He's been a handful. Fuson. Williams again rolls one over and almost an own goal on the other side. Alfaro playing it back and snap reflexes. It's a good thing it's Jamali Wade. And he was close to goal, and he's hurt. Williams, it's a problem ball, and Jamali, what a save.
Great reaction by Jamali. And good reactions to get back up as well on the second.
Waite will certainly take his time and collision with Ibarra, who goes over the top. It has been a physical contest. Rhode Island's coaching staff pleading their case, saying, how is that an El Paso throw? But it is. Locomotive trying to play it out of trouble.
These second balls have been very dangerous, whether or not we're in our final third and the ball's going back the other way, or these long balls, second balls, something we need to shore up a little bit better as they're starting to take advantage of those.
That's over. Reese trying to get on that is Diqua, who wins the header and puts that in. Locomotive the outlet. Moreno waiting for the bounce. That's well played by the Cuban, Frank Norarce, but has it out for a Locomotive throw.
Armando can be so dangerous in those positions. He's very lively, aggressive, good pace. He's a pest, to play with. Oof.
Wow, that is Norarce going into the book. A cynical challenge on Gabi Torres, but perhaps a professional foul. Not waiting for the Brazilian to get loose up the left wing. Well, once again, we thank you, Ray, for being up here.
Thank you
Look
for
at
having
you.
me, as always, Duke.
Right,
as always.
You and Andrew.
Yeah, there we go.
Each of them 1 for 1 tonight. That means it's a 3-2 lead for Ray Sari, Locomotive Technical Director. The question is for Locomotive, can they find another goal without Ray or Andrew here on the mic with me? We'll see. Haliko and Mata, very special night, 20th anniversary of the Western Athletic Conference champions. Actually, Conference USA champions. UTEP women's soccer team where she coached. Far post delivery, Calvillo. Couldn't find the connection, but it's not out of trouble. Cabrera trying to roll it to Alfaro. Gets wrong-footed. He and Diqua go tumbling. And here comes Rhode Island on the counterattack. Armando Moreno down and not getting back up is Clay Holstad. That is not a foul. Holstad still down. It's a Rhode Island throw-in. And may have just overstretched vying for that ball as Moreno came in trying to knock it loose. Our referee, Joshua Encarnacion, in the area. '79th minute. We continue over the top. Chumasi there to meet it. That will be a Rhode Island throw. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball free to play. Download now. Locomotive intercepting that. Here's Coronado. Back to him. And they'll work it out of trouble. Chumasi. Alfaro. Ruiz. To the middle, and Coronado. Coming back for that with a touch, it's Torres. 80th minute, Locomotive certainly wants to win. That one played long and out of the back. Alfaro over the top. Rhode Island throw. A reminder, you can watch the USL Championship and League One on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Live matches, expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. The most widely available American soccer league is the United Soccer League. Easily accessible. Multiple networks. That one's going to roll over. Goal kick coming. And Locomotive fans, don't forget 2026 season tickets are available now. If you want more information, head to eplocomotivefc.com/tickets or Locomotive social media channels to learn more about becoming a full-time Loco next season. Comes with all sorts of perks, access to special giveaways, lots more as well. Good turn here. Excellent work trying to slide through. The shot, Beto Avila just misses. What a turn, what an effort, Avila. Thinking he got a touch. The assistant referee disagrees. Goal kick. Young man from Austin did so well. He scored both of Locomotive's goals against his hometown team in the U.S. Open Cup, and look at this shot. You know the talent is there. You'd love to see him be able to convert, get back in the scoring column. Earns a free kick here. Quezera protests. But here is a free kick opportunity for Locomotive in a dangerous spot. Of course, Sorto is off the pitch, but Calvillo has scored free kicks as well. He's back there with Reese in case Locomotive wants those options. But the team captain, Locomotive's all-time appearance leader. We thought that would never change with the likes of Yuma. But records are made to be broken, and Eric Calvillo holds it. Step over, Reese, service, far post, headed out. That'll be a corner kick for Locomotive. Reese trucks over to get a hold of this one. He and Calvillo. Coque Vegas sets things up. Direct into the middle of the box. Out it comes, laid off. The shot by Cabrera's off the bar. Off the left post, Cabrera. Locomotive still danger, but not able to turn that in. Locomotive showing the venom. Wilmer Cabrera wants some offensive answers for his team. His son Andy almost provided them over the top here. That is going to be too tall for Quezera. Easy goal kick coming for Locomotive. Andy Cabrera's been stuck on 10 for a while. Still manages to lead the team. Ten goals in the season. Amando Moreno second with 7. Beto Avila, Calvillo, Torres each with 3. But it's been a minute for number 13 and number 14. Wilmer Cabrera upset with the decision here. Rhode Island about ready to sub in. Holstead has run his race. Aldair Sanchez about ready to replace him. And Nodarce's night is done as well. The Cuban has done very, very well on that wing. Dani Rovira taking Nodarce's place. Locomotive able to hook that one out. We're also understanding that Wilmer Cabrera has received a caution. That makes back-to-back matches. Coach Cabrera has seen yellow from the referee. Here's Avila. Tries to make a move to the inside, a little too far for Moreno. And here comes Rhode Island. A little too much. Locomotive coming with a throw in. Wilmer Cabrera hasn't made his voice heard a lot. That was waiting to see, I think, how advantage was going to be played, and he's questioning, I think, the length of time it took for the referee to blow his whistle there. All I can think is that was trying to play advantage. Another foul. Whistle on Avila. As things continue to get chippy in the late going. 86th now, 87th minute. Can either one of these teams find an answer? Well, we've seen some wackiness. Locomotive's goals coming off of the head of Memo Diaz, who outjumped a much taller player for a free kick restart by Eric Calvillo. Rhode Island has worked their magic. That is Avila. He's going to be whistled for the foul and goes into the book. Walks away with a wry smile. Going in for position, Aldair Sanchez making an impact in his very few minutes on the pitch. This is J.J. Williams, Noah Fuson. Avila on the 87th minute. And certainly Rhode Island can be dangerous. Lots of height on those free kicks. Only 4 players in the box. Very defensive. Fuson far post. Will struggle. That is a foul. Arms wrapped around Alfaro. The 2 number 5s going at it. Grant Stoneman. Whistled for the harm. But as you would expect, Rhode Island, Cano Smith, they're always going to be hard to play against. Trying to mind their P's and Q's. Here's Torres, gets a piece of that. To the far post, it's over the byline. Goal kick. Good effort by the Brazilian. And Andy Cabrera's race is run. Locomotive will bring on Emiliano Rodriguez. Emi Rodriguez has done very well. Locomotive Academy product. Wonderful to see. You see that Juarez native on the pitch for Locomotive FC. Love the opportunity this club has given to Borderland Stars. Another college scholarship announced recently for Locomotive. That's been one of the highlights of this program. Nice touch forward. Looking to play that across Chamasi against his old teammates. Gets that one away from Quizera. Back and in. Emi Rodriguez. First touch of the match. Pretty key work to dribble it out of pressure. Not completely out. Diaz back to Rodriguez. Diaz and Coronado. Switch out long to Reese. Reese steps it. Nicely done to Gabi Torres. Locomotive hooking up. Out it comes. The play back. Calvillo. Calvillo has it go. Deflected. Calvillo again gets taken down with a hip check, but did not have possession of the ball. And in the 90th minute, here comes Rhode Island the other way. Step wide by Reese. Fuson does well. Quizera. Fuson. Quizera. Out along the left-hand side. Aldair Sanchez headed back, and it is a goal kick. Dequa upset. They didn't get a firmer piece of that ball. And there will be 7 minutes of stoppage time. Plenty of time for a match winner for either one of these sides. But it has been slower going. Lots of stoppages, a couple of injuries as well. So 7 minutes. Torres to play it up. Avila. Reese. Over the top. Nicely done. Moreno has to make a touch. And the flag is up. Tune in August 20th. It is the August. Okay. I'm going to give that one up. At the end of the first of 7 added. It's a physical challenge. Chamasi getting on that one. A far post try by Dequa. Too hard an angle to solve. He's saying somebody got a piece of that. No, it's going to be a Locomotive throw, and Kofi Chamasi will take a seat. trying to head it back to Jamali Waite. Dikwa puts it across. And Jamali Waite saying that Locomotive is going to need a defensive sub. As Kofi Chamasi, the former Rhode Island man, down on the pitch. Chamasi, the Ghanaian, former Atlanta United 2 man. Played some European soccer before coming to the United States. And this will probably add a little bit to the 7 minutes. Well, it has been quite the contest. It'll be Wahab Akwe to replace his teammate. Well, actually, he's being waved off. So Chamasi elects to finish things out. He'll have to come off the pitch, I would imagine. Being tended to by the training staff. Looks like he will continue. Wants to finish things out against his old team. So they were about ready to sub on Wahab Akwe to replace Chamasi, but Chamasi wants to go. Cano Smith, head coach, general manager for this Rhode Island club, trying to make that late season push. All you need to do is get into the playoffs. Memo Diaz on the restart. Should be another couple of minutes or so added to 7 plus here at the end of the 90. Locomotive the throw in. That is too far ahead. Memo Diaz with words for Joshua Encarnacion, our referee. Locomotive trying to go quickly. Back heel try there by Coronado. It's well done by Rodriguez. Emi Rodriguez advancing it, earns a throw. Quickly over the top. Moreno in a battle. It's going to be a foul on Moreno. Trying to restart quickly, and now Moreno gets taken down by Dikwa. Moreno whistled for the contact on Mark Ibarra. And the El Salvador international goes down himself after the play. That would certainly be a foul if we were in play. With the two opposite number 10s. Get a little stern talking to by the referee. Into the 96th minute. And again, we'll have another couple minutes after the... Oh, that goes over Jamali Waite and just wrong foots him. Couldn't keep it in play. It'll be a corner kick for Rhode Island. Played back from Chamasi. Locomotive has had their issues at the back again. That was the first goal scored by Zachary Harivo. Locomotive's Memo Diaz out leaping Frank Nodarse for the second goal of the match to tie it at 1. Here's Rhode Island. That's over. Beto Avila's head. Dikwa nods it back. Harivo. Or rather, Fuson. Locomotive trying to earn that. Amanda Moreno. Fuson kept away from him by Chamasi. It'll roll in touch. It'll be a Locomotive throw. Back to Coronado. Moreno. That's a good switch. Calvillo Lots of space and a few blue jerseys. Here's Gabi Torres. Torres tries the shot. It's deflected and out for a corner. That's well done. Grant Stoneman, though, sliding to cut that out. And the Brazilian. Locomotive looking for answers here in the 97th minute. Calvillo into the box. Sliding effort to clear it. Throw in coming. Reis. Calvillo. Alfaro. Calvillo. Comes out to the far side, and there is Jamasi. Jamasi stepping into Luft one. Moreno. Touched back Avila. Knocked out to Rodriguez. Trying to get the shot off. It's a slow roller wide of net. Coque Vegas will let it roll. Into the 98th minute. Again, with Jamasi's injury, we're probably going to get at least one more. Jamali Waite. Tony Alfaro. Ricky Ruiz's Locomotive comes forward again, a little too slow. Back to Ruiz. He'll get a second bite. Fuson ready to step on it. Hops up on Alfaro. Jamasi. Diaz. Deflected. Hamadi Diop, who's also in for Rhode Island. That's going to be a foul on Gabi Torres and Rhode Island. Coque Vegas urging everybody to come forward. He'll restart it for his team. The Spaniard and team captain for this Rhode Island squad. Up and over. That's easy enough for Jamali Waite off the head of Bacharach. Waite trying a quick restart. Over the top, it's out off the head of Diop. Again, too far ahead for Locomotive. We've played two more, maybe a little more besides. Let's see. Into the 100th minute tonight in El Paso. Ricky Ruiz. That's played off. Does well to get it back from Fuson, but the sky ball intercepted him on the Moreno. Back it comes Bacharach. Bacharach to the right side and Fuson. Fuson chipped over far post Diop. There to meet is Diaz. It goes over the byline, and that is going to be it. Locomotive and Rhode Island will share the points. Locomotive stops the three-game losing skid on a wild and woolly night. Football Friday night indeed for Locomotive. As Wilmer Cabrera shares a moment with Cano Smith. Gerson Echeverri. All these coaches know each other pretty well. Locomotive FC 2, Rhode Island FC 2. Locomotive, courtesy of an own goal, deflected off of Rhode Island's Clay Holstad. Equalizes tonight. They'll split the points. It's the fifth draw for Locomotive this season, coming back from a losing position twice to tie the match. It'll all count as a point for both teams. We'll take it to break, come back, and wrap things up here from El Paso, Texas, right after this.
A mailbox with Pack and Ship Express gives you a real street address and the ability to receive packages from all carriers, not just the post office. Protect yourself against identity theft and protect your home address. No more porch pirates, no more missed deliveries, and you'll get email and text notifications when you receive a package. We have personal, business, and corporate mailboxes to meet your needs, plus 24-hour access. It's all at Pack and Ship Express, 6112 North Mesa in the Thunderbird Shopping Center. Labor Day is right around the corner, and Fun Country RV is celebrating all month long. Find huge discounts this month on boats and RVs. Fun Country RV has a huge selection of boats like Landau, G3, and Viaggio. Fun Country RV is the largest parts dealer in the Southwest. Check out our parts and service department for all your boat or RV needs. Take the Anthony Exit Zero to Fun Country RV or find us online at funcountryrvs.com.
Welcome back to downtown El Paso. Locomotive FC and Rhode Island FC will split the point. Two apiece at the end of 90 plus on a wild and wacky Friday night here in El Paso, Texas. Let's take a look at your GECU save of the match, and it is the goal line clearance. After this excellent bit of work, Rhode Island working the ball in, off the post, and Tony Alfaro comes flying in to clear that one away. Off the foot of Noah Fuson. Fuson finding the far post, but not able to steer that one in. In what should have perhaps resulted in a penalty. For Locomotive, Gabi Torres making this all by himself indeed. Lung-busting run, gets taken down to the box. You've seen it given for less, that's for sure. And your estrella of the match, a man who has reached 100 USL Championship appearances. Let's send it down to the pitch. Ricky Ruiz from Estrella Jalisco.
Hola, locos. Help me welcome tonight's estrella of the match, Ricky Ruiz. Ricky, congrats on your 100th appearance. What do you credit to being able to play 100 games at such a high level in the league?
It's a big accomplishment. It's not until you realize other players that have been in the league for a long time and they sometimes barely reach that 100-game limit that you start realizing how many 100 games are, so it feels good.
Huge day game next Wednesday at noon versus Oakland Roots. Day games are famous in El Paso for the Chihuahuas. Now it's Locomotive's turn. What can fans expect at that game next Wednesday?
Goals and a victory. We have to come out. Obviously, it's a home game. It's one of our last, I think, 2 home games that we have of the season. So we gotta come out with the victory and get the 3 points and push for the playoffs.
Finally, a tough draw at home. How do you prepare for the quick turnaround for next Wednesday, followed by an away game in Orange County?
You just gotta take care of the body. Starts tonight. These midweek games are tough, but if you can only do what you can and manage your body is the best you could do. So that's what we're all going to do, and we'll be ready for Wednesday.
Thank you, Ricky. Let's give it up for Ricky Ruiz, everyone.
Ricky Ruiz, your estrella of the... Thank you so much, Ricky Ruiz, and congratulations. 100 appearances in the USL Championship indeed. That is a special, special achievement. And our thanks to you for watching tonight. Your final score, Locomotive 2 and Rhode Island FC 2. Locomotive and Rhode Island splitting the points tonight. For our producer, John Morgan, our director, Richard Luna, I'm Duke Keith. We look forward to seeing you Wednesday, high noon. Better yet, come on down. Enjoy the afternoon with some Locomotive soccer, some baseball, if you will. It's Locomotive and Rhode Island, 2 apiece here from El Paso, Texas. For all of us here in El Paso, I'm Duke Keith. So long, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.